Hi, welcome to another presentation featuring the Teleios SMS SDK. In this presentation, we're going to show how a website can receive SMS updates via the SMS SDK. What we're going to do is continue looking at our site that presents status updates of animals in our zoo. And in this demo, we're going to now allow the status updates to be received from via SMS. That's right, we're going to let an SMS message set the status update for a given animal in our zoo. Useful in some contexts, but should be very helpful to us understanding how this can be done using the SMS SDK. Okay, so to do so, we return to our website, and before we had set in our service where you can use the SMS sender to indicate what messages should be sent via SMS. So as you can see, there is the message we're sending, the animal state, the URL of the push service, which for our purposes is the URL of the emulator running on this computer, the source and destination. These all go together to create a single text message which we use the SMS sender to send out. Alright, so to add the functionality to receive messages, we're going to create another service, and this service will implement the contract for receiving. It's called the iSMS receiver contract. So I'm going to go to my solution and choose add new item, and here we're looking for a WCF service. And let's call this service Zoo Receiver. Now by default, when we add this service, Visual Studio will add for us a contract already, and it's called iZoo Receiver. However, we don't need to use that contract. So I'm going to go across to my Zoo Receiver service definition and change the contract it's implementing from iZoo Receiver to iSMS Receiver contract. Notice it requires me to add the using statement for the Teleios.utilities assembly. We referenced those assemblies from the SDK. The two assemblies were containing namespaces for the Teleios.SMS message types standard and the Teleios.SMS platform SDK assemblies. Alright, so having indicated that the service implements this method, we can then implement the interface, which just has one method, the handle message, which receives a single text message. We've already been introduced to this class when we were looking at the SMS sender. Now, what will happen is whenever this service is invoked, the handle message method will be called, and we can do something meaningful with that. For us, we will change the state of the animal that is referenced in the message sent. So let's put some of that logic now. Okay, so we expect to receive a message that is in the format animal : state. And we're going to use that to invoke a method on the zoo service. The message, as we've seen before for single text message, is actually stored in a property called message. So having gotten it, let's get the animal and state out. now we can call the update method from the zoo, which was already written. So let's take a look at this method. So here we see the set update simply finds the relevant animal based on the name and then changes its state. Once the change in state takes place, we'd stop it changing any further state so we can actually view it on the web page. So let's build this. So we've built successfully. For the service, we can access the service via this URL, zooreceiver.svc. That's important because we'll use that in the emulator to actually send messages to this service. So here we go. So let's return to our emulator and I'm going to simulate an outgoing text message. So we can put whatever values we want for source and destination in terms of numbers. And for the application URL, I'm using the Zoo Receiver service. And here, my text message should say lion : all's well. So I'm going to send this over and you'll view what happens on our web page. Observe these messages sent out in the outgoing message log. Let's head over to our web page. So here we are at our website and we see the line state is now all's well based on what we sent before. So if you go back to our emulator and change it to we should see on our website the lion's state is super tired. So that concludes our example on how you can use the Teleios SMS SDK to enable a website to receive messages from the emulator acting as our API to your website. Thank you very much. You can download this demo at the codejam.teleios-systems.com website at the resources section. Thanks so much.